All right, welcome to another video. I went to Altrex, um, there's no R, Altex, and I was able to get everything I needed for about $15. It was less than 20. Um, on Amazon, it would have cost me $20 just for the power cable extender. So I got everything I needed for $20. All I had to do was go drive to pick it up. It's just a 5-10 minute drive from my place. So definitely, if you're short on cash, go to the online. And the other thing is, like, I was able to pre-purchase it online too, so I didn't even have to I was just able to go and pick it up. So so definitely keep an eye out for, like, if your first instinct is to just go to Amazon and have it delivered, and you're trying to save money, definitely keep an eye out for the stores in your local area, because yeah, so it was $15 for both. It was less than $20, and I want this graphics card so bad. It was so hard because I went to the store and they had it on the shelf, and it was like the only, like, they had other graphics cards too, but like there were like two or three of them, and this one, it was the only one on the shelf. It's like, oh, I want this so bad. But if 500 for 8 gig, that's just not a very good deal. Let me see. I might be able to get a 3080. I don't know if it's a TI or not, but a 3080 is 10. Yeah, let me pause it, see if I can get that 3080. Yeah, and just to make it clear what I'm doing here, just as I got my T 5600, just as I got my other tower that I can do stuff with, just as I got my monitors, all of that, I'm just doing the same thing. I'm just asking a friend if they have extra 3080s that they were going to throw out because they upgraded. So this is the overpowered strategy for upgrading your gear, because, like, if they're just going to throw it out, or they don't want it hogging up space in their storage, like, it's going to cost them to probably take it to computer recycling. So, like, I feel like people will just give you stuff. So all right, I'm back. So yeah, you can. That's a good way to get an upgrade, is to just see if you know someone who has old stuff that they want to get rid of and don't want to pay the recycling fee for. Um, but you gotta be careful when you're just getting equipment, because you're gonna end up in that situation where it's just you're the one now paying for the computer recycling. So you have to make sure that. So I have a T600. So you have to make sure that the graphics. So I can see it works with a 3080. I'm not even sure if it would work with a. So, like, as much as I'm drooling over that 4060 Ti, I'm not even sure that it would work with it. So, like, that's the first thing you have to do, is, like, make sure that um, your case can support, because otherwise you can't get the cover on the face. And, like, I guess you could just leave the case open, or maybe even just, like, put saran wrap over it. But I'm not sure if you could do that. But anyways, if we go to Intel.com and we look at the T 5600, we should be able to see which GPUs are recommended for this system. Uh, so if we download the specifications, uh, okay. I thought I saw it somewhere in their official documentation about what. Yeah, but it looks like you can use a 3080, which would be really good. Yeah, we can see it fits in there. Yeah, so here's the drive bays for the drives. I have three drives, so I put them in there, and I have a third one up like that, and then I have two more drives. So not sure if you can do a not sure if you can do a 4060. I know I can't really do the I've got one that I kind of can't do, but that one is very, very old. Well, anyway, I could get a 4060 Ti for $500, which I think is a fair price. So if I look at the Tech Power Up database that I go to a lot, so I have a GTX 760 just laying around in a cardboard box, but the problem is it's a retail board, so it's a I think yeah it's this one here. It's an Asus. It's designed for an all-in-one Asus case, so it's like it's too thick to fit in my T 5600 because it's a retail board. Okay. But you can see it's so compared to my 2060, uh, compared to the 3080, it's six times worse. But I don't have a 3080 yet. Someday I might. But it's only three times worse than 2060, and it doesn't cost me anything. It's just sitting in a cardboard box, so that's not bad. Um, yeah. So my oh, is this the right 2060? Oh, I don't even have it searching for 2060. Yeah, this is the right 2060. So yeah, it's only three times. It's only a third the power, which I mean, I'm sure there's all kinds of stuff I can do with that. There's a lot of models. So the one I could buy is a 30. I think it was a 3060 or a 4060. Let me see. Yeah, it's a 4060 Ti 8 gig. Yeah, so it would be about five times as good as my 760 that I've got just laying around, and it would be oh, it's not even twice as good as my 2060. So yeah, I'm not going to spend $500 on that. To go from six to eight, no way. It's not worth $500. Now, if you don't have a card, and it would be your first card, I think this would be a steal. But if you already have equipment that you can play around with AI on, um, you don't need to get this. I honestly don't think if you go from a uh, like my 2060 to the if you have 65% more power relative performance than you have now, like that doesn't mean you can go from doing something like that's like okay, kind of interesting in AI to like doing something amazing. Like you need like the relative. Let's ask the let's have a so let's have a quick conversation with ChatGPT about this. So ChatGPT was broken, so let's see if it's working. Okay, it's still broken. So it looks like Model 4.5 is broken today. I mean, that happens. It's kind of some days it works better than others. It's still emerging technology. So, but O3 Mini High has been working. So let's give it this table, and then let's give it this whole page. Um, okay, so I gave you a, and then I'll talk to it. Okay, so I gave you two things. The first thing I gave you was a table of relative performance of GPUs compared to a RTX. I think it was 970. I don't remember. And then the second thing I gave you was just the whole site, just so that you had it, so that you knew that this is a TechCrunch database, and you knew some more things about the. I think it was an RTX 760. But anyways, this is what I want you to do. So I own two uh, graphics cards right now, two GPUs that are capable of running AI models. The first one I own is a RTX 2060. The second one I own is an RTX 760 or whatever it was. Correct me if I'm wrong about that. I do have a third computer with a fairly high-powered GPU in it, but it's a laptop, so it's not like it's not a PCI. So what I want you to do is tell me this. So I could get a RTX 4060 Ti with 8 GB of VRAM for $500. So according to that chart of relative performance, that would only give me a 68% boost in relative performance to what I have with my 2060. So this is what I want you to tell me. Like, what is the value in that? Like, what could I go from doing in AI if I use this as part of a home AI lab with my 2060? Like, what could I get in value for that extra $500 to go up to a 4060 Ti with eight? Like, could I actually do anything meaningful, or is that just not enough of a boost? And tell me this, like what's the relative performance of like actual AI GPUs and not just like consumer grade ones, like for instance an A100 or an H100? Yeah, this isn't even a good price, honestly. Like you could get this from Walmart for cheaper. Yeah, this isn't a good deal. Yeah. Oh yeah, you have to know if it supports the new advances. Okay. So so I've got a consumer grade Turing architecture 2060, and I would upgrade to add a Lovelace architecture. Okay, so yeah, the A100 and the H100 have like 40, 80, or more VRM, so it's an order of magnitude better. Yeah, an A100 would be awesome to get somehow. Oh, here's one for under $1,000. What? How's that possible? Really? For under $1,000? Yeah, these will be like $10,000. Oh, this is interesting. My keyboard stopped working even though I don't have the guide open. That's unusual. Oh, here it is. So here's one for under 5,000, which is not that bad. Oh man, an A100 would be so sweet. Here's an A100 for less than 3,000. Yeah, for just the heatsink, it's $100. And the prices vary so much. I can't believe there was one for under 1,000. Oh wow, here's a see. Look at how big this thing is. This wouldn't even fit in my. I think they're all probably this big. All right. Well, let's get back to the guide.
All right, welcome back to another video. So I
Okay, so it says to identify the hard drives. I didn't do that. I don't know. They're just kind of, yeah, I didn't do that. I'll probably regret it. All right, so now we're on step four. Uh, oh wait, no, we're not. Okay, we're on step three. Identify your hard drives in the Ubuntu server. Okay. All right, so we're going to use lsblk, and we'll use the on-screen keyboard if my keyboard stops working, as it likes to do. All right. Yeah, so now we should have I plugged in 3 new drives. So these should be the drives here: SBA, SDA, B, and C, and then we can see SDD. Um, we have uh, and then SDE. We've got the drives, the volume group with the boot partition and everything. So he did that. He did that in opposite order, so that they were the first slots. I'm doing it so that they're the last slots. Okay. So now we're going to show more detailed information. All right. So we got the model. So yeah, we got Western Digital, and then 2 Hitachis. We're gonna do 3 of those drives in there. I'm tempted to just do 2, but I want 6 rather than 4. All right, so now we're gonna check the drive health and additional info. Okay, and I have to enter in my password, so I'll do that off camera. All right, I'm back. So, so SDD, yeah. So this is so we're gonna use so he's we got to make sure to not get this screwed up. So SDD. So yeah, here's his drives. He's got an STD, but we want to see what's SDA, SDB, and SDC. So here's SDA, assuming my keyboard will work. It looks like it's not going to. So we'll use the on-screen keyboard. All right. Then SDB, and then SDC. Okay, so we've got a Western Digital Caviar Black. We've got a Hitachi Ultrastar, and then another Hitachi Ultrastar. And they're all 3 of them are 2 TB. All right, so hint, write down the serial numbers of your drives and which ports they're connected to. If a drive fails, you'll want to know exactly which physical drive to replace. Okay, so let's do that in my, oh, well, if a drive fails, then if a drive fails, then this won't be accessible, I think. Yeah, you have to write it down, like, physically. Yeah, well, shoot. I mean, I feel like I can just do this. I'll just write it down on a piece of paper and put it by the machine. Like, why not? I do have post-it notes. I could use those. I kind of don't like post-it notes though. All right. Well, I just need to make sure it's not gonna get erased. Okay. All right. So here's some scrap paper. Okay. So you want to know, write down the serial numbers of your drives, which ports they're connected to. So okay. So we've got one in SD, SDB. So we'll start with SDA. Okay, and as far as the port, I don't see anything about that. But we definitely need the serial number. So there'll be D dash. Y 014 69008. Okay, that's an SDA. Now we got SDB. So number A, okay, and then SDC. Okay. Okay, put that away in a lockbox. And then, yeah, I don't even have to keep it with the computer, just put it away in a lockbox somewhere. Which I thought I had one. Oh, I thought I had one. Guess I don't. Oh, here it is. All right, there we go. Um, so, uh, so the next part, understanding the output, in this case, SDA and SDC are the two SSDs that comprise the RAID 1 array that Ubuntu server is installed on. So in my case, it's different. SDD and SDER. The letters go in order of how they're connected to the motherboard sometimes. The numbers after the letters, like SD1, represent partitions. Now you know which drive is which. Let's set up a ZFS pool. So step 4, creating an encrypted ZFS pool with single drive redundancy. So what we're setting up, 6 drives in a RAID Z2 configuration, similar to RAID 6. Full encryption with password, 2 drives worth of redundancy, ability to survive 1 drive failure. So I only have 3 drives. Okay. So let's ask the AI about that. Um, okay. So I only have 3 drives, not 6 drives. Will I be able to follow the instructions on this guide, or will they have to be modified? I don't think I can use RAID 6. So instructions are for setting up a RAID Z2 pool, which needs 6 drives. I only have 3. So RAID Z2 is akin to RAID 6, which requires at least 4 drives. You need double parity, so 3 drives just won't work here. Okay. Well, I might be able to get 4 drives, but I definitely don't have 4 of the same drive. Yeah, I don't have 4 drives. I just have 3. Okay. Yeah. Okay, well, I think I'll use RAID Z1 then. Okay, then I guess I'll modify the instructions in the guide to use RAID Z1. So tell me the advantages and disadvantages in doing that, because if it's just a matter of buying three more 2 terabyte mechanical drives, like that's probably not that expensive, right? So like tell me the do like a cost benefit analysis, and help me come up with the right solution. All right, I'm back. Sound check looks good. So yeah, my headset runs out of batteries every day or two, so all I gotta do is swap out the batteries. Uh, so let's see here. So below is an analysis breaking down both the technical and financial trade-offs. So a RAID Z1 with 3 drives is fine. Uh, okay, jeopardizing the with only one parity device. Uh, okay. Survive up to 2 simultaneous drive failures. Extra parity provides much stronger safeguard during the building process. Reducing the risk in cases of intrusion drive issues. Uh, it's calculated as the number of drives minus one. Oh man. So I've only got four. I only have 4 terabytes. So working with fewer drives overall. Oh shoot. Okay, well, what's the cost? So this is I already have. So yeah, a 2 terabyte drive is only like $100. You can probably even get it for less than that. Let's go to let's shop at Eltex. Oh, and my keyboard doesn't work. I keep forgetting about that because that's quite an unusual issue. Oh, so like this is it. So yeah, it's gonna be close to $100 a piece. Yeah, they're all gonna be in the same ballpark, 75, 80, as high as 100. Yeah, and I'm sure you can pay as much as you want. I'm sure you could get a $1,000 one. People will be happy to sell you something worth no more than 100 or 1,000. Okay, but the other thing before you buy a new drive, check it, cross reference it with that database to see if it's a reliable drive or not. So I could get three of these. The thing is, I'm out of room in my case as well. I could just get one of these, and then I'd be able to use the RAID, and I'd have more available. Uh, the other thing I can do is here's a yeah. Well, you know what? I'm just gonna go with the three drives. I've kind of set on that. 4 terabytes is a lot of storage. All right, so go with the Z1 three drives if you're comfortable with single drive tolerance and have reliable, regularly backed up data. I think I probably will. Budget constraints, yeah. So that yep, that's a priority. You accept risk associated with a lean setup, understanding that a failed drive leaves you with no extra redundancy during a rebuild. Um, so, or you can buy three more drives. Um, yeah, I can't do it. I'm just gonna go with what I have. Okay, so I'm gonna have it redo these instructions. Okay, so oh, and my thing is not working, so we'll give it some time to work again. There we go. Um, okay, I've decided I'm going to go with three drives with the RAID Z1. Okay, so let's get back to where we were. So the ZFS step three. Uh, okay. Yeah, so we're at step four. Okay, so now we're going to say, yeah, everything down here. Say, okay, so now rewrite these instructions from the guide to me so that it will be for the three drives using Z1. Write it step by step like it is in the guide, and I will follow the steps. All right, so let's do it. Well, I've got one more thing. Wait, actually, let's do this. So the particulars in the guide, for example, the drive being in SDE or SD, whatever. It's like they're a certain way in my system that they're not in the guide. It's like I'm only using three drives. The guide is using six. Their drives in SDA are different than my drives in SDA. So why don't let's take this step by step. So what I want you to do next is I want you to give me all of the commands in the guide that specifically identify things unique to my system that might be different from the example shown in the guide. Then what I will do is I will run all these commands, give you the output, and then after that, I want you to give me the guide back, but now it will match my system, and I won't get confused with the examples in the guide that are about a different system than mine. I mean, 4 terabytes of storage is not bad. I've got a terabyte for like, um, yeah, it's not bad. All I've paid for so far for storage is $60. So 5 terabytes to play with for $60, that's a good deal. All right, so we're gonna give it this. Oh, and we have to use the on-screen keyboard. All right, I'm gonna give it each of these. Okay, so we're gonna do this for each device I intend to add to the pool. So I'm gonna add it in A, B, and C. Okay, I've got to enter my sudo password, so I'll be back. All right, I'm back. So that went fine. So we've got SDA. We do have a warning here. I'm not sure what that's all about, but that I'm going to include that drive in. The drive will probably need to be erased first, but okay, there we go. Uh, so then optional, clear existing file system signatures. If you see any partitions or file system signatures on the target drive, and you're sure these are the drives you want to use, we can clear them now. So yeah, we're going to erase all the data in these drives. I'm certain they're correct. So let's do that. All right, I'm going to do it with B, and then with C. Looks good, and do not touch the other ones, because that will break the system. So, okay. Okay, so here's the output. Okay, here is the output. Now please update the guide. Okay, so here's the step-by-step guide with everything. So first thing we're going to do is what we did before, verify that. Makes sense to double, triple, quadruple verify. Yep, that looks good. Then we're going to inspect the existing partitions. Uh, Let's do it one at a time here. All right, then we're gonna wipe existing signatures. Did that already. We'll just do it again. Why not? Okay, then we'll create the encrypted ZFS pool. We're going to use 3-drive Z1 rather than following the guide. Okay, so we need a passphrase. So I'll give that off camera. All right, I'm back and I entered in the passphrase. So yeah, everything looks good up to here. So now we're gonna set the pool properties. So I copied that, pasted it in. It didn't paste in my password by accident, which is great. We're gonna use the LZ4 algorithm. We're going to disable A time to reduce unnecessary writes, which is beneficial for importance. We're going to set the record size. We're going to adjust for general media storage. Okay, so we're going to set it to 1 meg. We're going to verify pool creation, ensure your pool is properly configured. So it looks good to me online. You should see a status indicating the pool and its 3 devices are online, part of a RAID 0, RAID Z1. Got it. Yep, got it. Let's take a look at all the properties. Okay. Let's confirm that encryption is enabled. Okay, let's test the pool. Before moving on, test that the pool can be exported and mounted. Import the pool back. Okay, load the encryption key. And I'm prompted for my password, so I'll enter it off camera. All right, I'm back, and the password was accepted. So now we would actually create it. Let's check back in with the guide though, quick, because it might say something like "never do this, never do that," like or the AI might have hallucinated. So let's just kind of do a sanity check here and review the guide. Okay, so the guide started here. Step 2. Uh, so yeah, installing ZFS, all that. Did all that already. Yep, identifying the drives, did all that. Setting up the mount points. Yeah, I'm pretty sure all this went. Yeah, so here's where we're creating. So not a backup, you still need backups. Yeah. Usable space. Total raw capability is. Okay, so you get less than you get raw. He has 6 2 TB drives. I'm only going to get 4. All right. So, yep, let's keep going. Okay. General storage. Okay, set shown, but we're not going to do Lewis, we're going to do mind. Okay. All right. So secure the VM backups directory for root-only access. Okay. Verify your settings. Okay, check the directory permissions. This probably needs a sudo. Yeah, there we go. And then review data set properties. Looks good. Okay, test file access. Confirm that the permissions work as expected. So we're gonna, this should succeed. Okay, so let's remove the test file. Okay, and now this should fail because we're not using the sudo. Yep. And then you should be able to do it as, yes, we'll verify that it can be done as root. There we go, it can, so let's remove it. All right. Optional, configure Frigate camera footage storage. If you plan to use Frigate, you want to store uh, data on the ZFS pool. We can do that here. Well, you know what? I skipped that, so let's not do that. So, okay, should probably write the uh, all right. So that gets us all the way down to step 6, setting up Samba to share ZFS pool directories. All right, so let's do it. Yeah, I will say I'm very impressed with what I've got so far, and I don't even the coolest thing about what I got so far is I could do a lot of home automation. I was actually at a Goodwill sort of store, Salvation Army today, looking at their home appliances and thinking like, yeah, like all of this can go into my smart plugs. And I thought about buying a. I need a second instant pot. Like that would make my cooking so much more efficient if I had two instant pots. And they had like a rice cooker, but they didn't have a another instant pot. But like it would. The thing is with the old gear there, stuff that just turns, is powered on by simply being plugged in, that stuff's really easy to automate. So you can actually end up getting uh, something better for home automation by getting something old and cheap. A really good one would be a popcorn popper. Could definitely automate that. Okay, let's slow down a little bit because I see SMB and that kind of worries me because it could be, SDE, SDF, but it stands for Samba. So yeah, I don't see any. Like if he uses Lewis, we have to change that. So let's slow down a little bit and make sure we're doing it right. Yeah, so there are some things here we'll have to change. Lewis, we have to change that. Okay. Yeah, so Realm, I definitely had. Yeah, so we gotta change this. Okay, and then we gotta change my realm. Oh, actually, my realm is the same. Um, so I don't think I gotta change anything else. No, it should be good. Oh, valid users I gotta change. That would have been bad. Yeah, I don't see Lewis there. I don't see anything that doesn't match his. I try to match the guide as close as I can, so any naming choice, I go with what was in the guide. So, yep, that's my realm is correct, so save that. Okay, so now we're going to verify the Samba configuration. Enter to see a dump of the server configuration. Don't see Lewis's name anywhere. Okay, so now start and enable Samba. Hopefully we don't have any errors. Cool, that means that the ZFS, uh, even though we modified what was in the guide using ChatGPT, so I didn't have to buy anything, it looks good. Okay, so so we're on Windows, so we're going to connect using one of the following address bars of Windows Explorer. Uh, I think you might have to use Windows Explorer for Samba Share. So I'll open up Edge, and it'll show me. It'll be annoying. It'll have me confirm something. I probably accidentally made it my default browser. Now it'll show me politics stuff. And now I can go. Oh, okay, bad news. Um, bad news. Okay, so you would have to. Okay, so yeah, bad news. Oh, but that's because we haven't done this yet. So yeah, we have to finish this. So we have to create a mount point. Yeah, this will cause it to show up as if it were another directory on my system. So right now I have the C, the D. I'll have another directory which will be my ZFS file share, and I can just share. I can just save files to another 4 terabytes of space without having to buy anything. Just using things I already have. Okay, now mount by entering the credentials I saved to my ZFS when prompted. Oh, okay. Now this. Oh, we have to. This is one command. Got it. Uh, wait, is it though? Oh, I see. We don't even have. Yeah. Okay. Well, let's give it to the AI. Okay, why isn't this next step working? It'll reason, and then it will tell me. Okay, so your client system cannot reach the server at the hostname you specified. Oh yeah, it's not Happy Cloud. Yeah, it's not Happy Cloud. That's why. Okay, got it. It's Graham's Ubuntu server, not Happy Cloud. Okay, so we have to enter the we have to modify this. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's probably going to be one of the trickier parts is remembering what you named everything. All right. So it was a valid config before. It's just the name of it wasn't set correctly. Okay. This is interesting. I don't remember doing this. Oh, SMB password. Let me do that off camera. All right, I'm back. I don't remember doing that before, so it's a good thing I had to go back and change the config file. Oh, and here's a big lesson for anyone. See how I accidentally right-clicked and it said ORD? If, after you enter in a password, what I urge people to do, especially if you're like me and you have to put it out on the public internet for whatever reason, fill up your clipboard with some garbage. So I filled it up like that. Because if you accidentally click like this on a terminal, it's going to show your password to all your viewers. So if you take that precautionary step, you accidentally click, it'll just show gobbledygook, not your actual password. Is what I want you to think. My password definitely is not org cult. All right, so sudo. So we're going to restart that now. Um, okay, and then enable it to start at boot. All right, and now we should be able to connect to the Samba share. Before it had a networking difficulty. It couldn't. The exact message was file not found. And that's because a Happy Cloud isn't the right one. It's Graham's Ubuntu server .home .arpa. Oh, but that doesn't work either. Uh, what? Oh. Okay. Well, that's not good. Huh. All right. Well, let's do these steps. So we're gonna start by. Uh, okay. Yeah. So that's unknown. So let's do it. Oh. Well, this is the wrong window to do that in. Okay, there we go. Operation not permitted. Okay. Yeah, so that's what I was expecting. So it should be there. Yeah, now that does connect. So why is it not what if I just do the two refuse a connection refused. Um, uh, did we do happy? Maybe we did Happy Cloud other places. Now, huh? So I'm not able to connect to my Samba share. If we go through the uh, well, let's look at the firewall quick. Okay, so I'll log in off camera. All right, so I'm back. So firewall. Let's look at the ARP. So diagnostics, ARP table. Um, so yeah, it should be that home.arpa. Yeah, we were able to ping it. So I don't know why the connectivity is no good. .arpa with an A. And we can do it in Chrome. It doesn't matter. Uh, huh. I feel like my mount command might be the issue. Let's see what I ran for the mount command. Oh, yeah, I mounted it at Happy Cloud. That's not so I see the command I see the problem now. I mounted it. Let's give it this whole output, why not? I see the problem now. Looks like in command 262 I mounted it at Happy Cloud, but the machine name isn't that. The name is Graham's Ubuntu server. So I need to somehow unmount it from Happy Cloud and mount it correctly. Yeah, this would be just impossible without ChatGPT. And by this, what do I mean? I mean having a free version of Microsoft Word. That is awesome. I basically have Microsoft Word now, which is amazing. I don't have to eat up any space in my Google Drive. I don't have to pay for a subscription. I just have it now. I do have to deal with like strange bugs. Like sometimes this delete button doesn't work. And now I have to deal with this whole setup process, which is annoying. All right, so yep, it's going to tell us how to do this now. So uh, let's first verify what's been mounted. Oh, not mounted. Uh, oh, okay. So let's before we do anything, let's give it this. Okay, so we do have archive here. So we are going to mount that. Okay, yeah, let's call it SMB archive. The guide says just archive, so let's do MIDIR on archive. We'll call it SMB archive. That's more clear. Um, okay, so now this command is next. Uh, no route to host. Maybe it has to be. Oh, well, it has to be SMB archive. Yeah. Oh, and it probably has to be home.opera. Uh, yeah, I don't know what's going on here. Yeah, so the problem definitely is that I mounted it with the wrong name. So let's do umount dash dash help. Let's do umount. We're not going to do dash all. That would be very bad. Let's do umount, and then let's see if we can get see which ones are mounted. How do I see what is mounted? Let's just say that. How can I see what is mounted? I thought it was umount. df-h. Oh, let's try that. Just mount. Okay. Alright, this page makes my computer crash. Okay. Okay. Oh, where was the mount command? Oh, I think it was back here. Huh. Oh, well, something went horribly wrong. I'm guessing it has to do with the ChatGPT writing it. Oh, this could be it too. Oh, but no, it should have taken care of this for us, hopefully. I mean, it definitely could be the problem. Let's see. Let's see if it did this correctly. Oh, no, it didn't do it right. See, it used BDNE. Shit. Well, I'm surprised it didn't crash the whole system then. Okay, well, it did it right here. Okay, yeah, I think it did it right. It didn't do it right initially, but I had to rewrite the guide a bunch of times. So we should see. So we can do a pipe grep z pool. Um, yeah, so we did it for A, B, and C. Did it right. All right. Yeah, all of this was right. All of this was right. load key. Yeah, I created the mount points. All that. Yeah, none of the happy cloud. None of the happy cloud is there. Uh, don't need the frigate. No Samba share. Oh, I don't have the Samba share mounted yet. Okay, how do I mount the? How do I mount the Samba share? The Samba share. How do I mount it? The Samba SAMBA. You know what we're talking about. There are some typos, but the context should make it clear. I'm talking about SAMBA. Oh, yeah, this is I think fundamentally the problem. So we got to create a mount point. Now we changed it to SMB archive. Let's remove that. It should be empty. There you go. So let's create this. Okay, now this is fundamentally the problem. So let's fix this up. Yeah, I think I even didn't change the username too. So this should fix it. This should fix it. I think the username was wrong and the machine name was wrong. No route to host. Really? It's right here. Why is there no route to host? Man. All right. Well, let's give it this. So there's no route to host. Oh, do I have to mount it on a different one? Oh, yeah, I do. Okay. I have to mount it on I have to mount it on another on my local machine here. Uh, okay. I need to have those test files in there as well. Otherwise, I don't know if it'll pass or not. Yeah. Let me just go all the way back, and I'm just gonna go all the way back here. I mean, the ZFS is probably fine, but I'm definitely gonna create the test files. I'm gonna leave the test files on. There we go. There we go. But now it should work as root. Okay, now that's the frigate, which we can skip. So now let's just go back to step one and do the Samba share again. But let's restore this. Let's restore this. So let's not do that. Let's just not mindlessly do that because then you blow away your backup. So let's do cp dash etsy slash samba smb conf dot backup, and this is how you restore your backups. So you go etsy samba smb dot conf. So now we're not taking our backup file and we're writing it to our current file. Okay, so now let's uh, okay, and then we'll clear out the new one. So that was kind of unnecessary. Okay, let's do this again. Okay, test it. Uh, oh, we've got this force group is not right. Yeah, that has to change. So I should put in a change request and wait for it to get through management in a week, and then at 4 a.m. On a Saturday, you should be able to make the change. All right, so I mean, we already have this set up. Let's restart and enable. And let's go an extra step and get the status of it for each of these. So we'll start with the SMDB. We're going to do status. And the status is ready to serve connections. So let's see for the other one. Ready to serve connections. So it looks good. So why is it not serving connections? All right. Well, I'm a little stuck here. I guess my first question is this Happy Cloud name. Where was this first mentioned? Because yeah. So okay. So I was right that that's not. Yeah. Okay. Cool. So we set it to something other than Happy Cloud, which was a mistake. It's too late to set that now. That's the frigate directions. Huh. Yeah, I don't get why it's not serving it up. Oh, duh. Okay. Oh, okay. Well, that was a stupid mistake. You don't access it through Windows Explorer. So that's this. Yeah. Yeah. Perfect. Okay. I was just stupid. So that was me being stupid. So it says it fairly clearly too. It doesn't say Internet Explorer. See, I just completely word substituted in my head. Um, let's go back down to yeah. So it says using the address bar of the Windows Explorer. So I just completely substituted that in my head to saying the address bar like this, the URL bar of Internet Explorer. But what you do is you go to the Windows Explorer. You can create a new tab, and then up here you're going to go to another location on your network, and that location is going to be uh, backslash, and now the and now this. So for some reason it's not working here, but we can see I do have it up. Uh, uh, oh, that's interesting. Does it all have to be? What about file colon colon? Oh yeah, so this works. This works. Cool. So that worked. That worked. Yeah. But now I need to enter in my username and password. So I'll do that off camera. All right, I'm back, and there's that test file. So yeah, that was me being dumb. I don't know why I was so dumb. I should have gotten that. But yeah, so now I have an extra 4 terabytes of space in my storage area. So all of these videos, this backlog of videos that I make, I can save these in my storage like that, and it should be a lot easier, or it should clear up a lot more space. So perfect. Yeah, that's all. That's it. So remember, you have to open up File Explorer, and then you enter it in into the File Explorer here. That's how you get. So it doesn't have. You don't use a web browser. It's not on the web. It's in your local area network. So you access all your local storage in a browser like this, and you can have a network storage as well. So, oh, look at this. You can even look at it. Oh, so you can even, I can even open up Home Assistant and put all my, I could put my smart plugs in here. Cool. This is cool. I'm glad I'm doing this. I'm actually, I was a little worried that it wouldn't be so cool, but it's quite cool. Sorry about that. Oh, so I guess we do have to. Oh, this shows up under network. How do I make this? What if I click on this once? And then it just goes there. Okay. Well, I kind of wish I could get to this folder easier. Anyway. Yep, connecting to your Samba share, mounting from command line if you want the share to show up. Okay. What if? So let's ask ChatGPT that. Is there any way to get the share to show up as just another directory on my system if I'm on Windows? Oh, yeah, map network drive option. Perfect. So simply open File Explorer, click this PC, and select map network drive. Yeah, so we'll have this be my Z drive, and we'll have this go to network. Uh, oh, we have to put it. Yeah, we have to put it in like that. Uh, Rams into server.home.arpa slash archive. Reconnect at sign in. Connect using different credentials. Attempting to connect. Cannot connect. Maybe because this has to be a backspace. Yeah, it had to be a backspace. Cool. So now I've got an extra drive down here. I don't even have to worry about typing that in or anything like that. I've got a Z drive now. I've got a C drive, a D drive, and a Z drive, and I've got 4 TB on my Z drive. How about that? How about that? That is damn good. All right, so step 7 would be backing up virtual machines. Now that we have a giant storage array that will continue working, even in the event of one drive death, which just might be the Western Digital, I don't know, we can set up our virtual machines to back up regularly. This way, if we destroy one with idiocy or if it becomes corrupt, we can restore it instantly to what it was like before the mess happened. So subnet 1, backup script creation. This script below will allow you to have your virtual machines backed up automatically. It does the following: shuts down the virtual machine, copies its disk image QCOW file to /mediapool/VM backups ZFS dataset, copies its configuration so it can be set up again, keeps 5 backups but deletes the oldest ones after you have 5. This means the following. You can mess things up by deleting files you weren't supposed to, mess up configurations and programs, and restore everything to where it was last week with 1 or 2 kindergarten level GNU/Linux commands. You can migrate this to another computer entirely and start the virtual machine up there, shuts each virtual machine down one by one, backs up the virtual, save this. So here's how we do it. So we're going to do this on on the machine where we're gonna back things up on, which will be the Ubuntu machine here. Oh, that's so cool that I have an extra drive now. Yeah, so now if I want to save something, like let's save this web page. So Control S. Look, I can save it to my Windows Samba share to my Z drive. Isn't that cool? Isn't that Oh, this I have Microsoft Word basically now. So you only get 15 gigabytes for free for Google Drive. Guess how many I have now? 300 for free. I get PowerPoint. I get so many things. Oh, I can even talk with people. Uh, Oh, yeah, so I'd get like an internal chat. So like if there were other people on my network, uh like if I ever have a family someday, we can have our internal family chat just on the local area network. So like if I want to talk to wife and kids that are at home, I could just chat with them here. Which I mean we can just chat on phones or whatever, but like this is but then we don't have to worry about space, right? You don't have to worry about your phone being filled up with space. Like you can like it's better. And it probably yeah, so that's a huge win. The biggest win for me is now I do have a bit of a problem. This local storage backup is I think eating my data plan. Um, so I do have to reconfigure some of the settings because I'm running out of data. I'm running out of data now nearly instantly, and I think it's because of my sync thing settings. So I definitely need to change those settings so that I don't run out of data. Yeah, let's just look at how much mobile data I've used. Um, oh, really? Well, it says I've used less than a gig since April 1st, and I have an unlimited data plan, so that's surprising. I thought I'd have multiple gigs. So, okay, well, I guess I'm not go. Oh, well, now I have 4G. For some reason, the my mobile data has been quite iffy lately. Maybe it's not. Maybe it's not me. Maybe it's something's happening with the towers or something. Let's see here. Okay, yep. Okay, so let's go through the steps. So we're gonna, yep, create a file. All right, that's easy. And guess what? My keyboard is working. Okay, then we're gonna put this configuration in there. We might have to modify some stuff. Yeah, if it says like Happy Cloud or anything like that, we'll have to change it. We'll have to change it if it says Lewis to mine. So let's just go through it line by line and briefly skim it. Hopefully it won't take too long. It's a pretty big file. But yeah, we have all the directories were the same, didn't change any of that. None of this is hard coded. Um, so it just pulls up the variable of the virtual machine name. So Happy Cloud isn't going to be in it. It's a script, so it can pull in the machine name through a variable. Yeah. Okay, it's not like a config file where you have to hard code it in there. Perfect. All right. So, nerd note, this script would be laughed out of the room for use in production environments for major web companies and data centers. This script turns off the virtual machine to back it up. This means that at 1 a.m. the service goes down. This would be unacceptable in a production environment where people expect the service to be available 24/7. There are ways to do live backups where you flush MySQL tables and lock them and make Redis background save, uh, pause call processing in asterisk, pause IO, create atomic snapshots, coordinate with databases of all different programs. The audience of this guide is a person running a home server in his closet, or not even in the closet, in the corner of the room. Do you really want to subject a beginner to Docker volumes that may not be in a consistent state, email delivery slash receipt being interrupted, database transactions that are messed with in the middle of a write, corrupt call recordings, partially written large files. Also, someone could get live backups of a server in their closet, you monster. If you need that level of uptime, you're not a newbie reading this guide, or you are, and you need to hire a consultant to set you up with something like a product. Yeah. To subject a newbie to the risk of error slash corruption slash screw ups that comes with doing live backups for these things when they're at the level of this guide, being helpful to them is cruel. Yeah, this guide is incredibly helpful to me, so that means I'm a noob apparently when it comes to this sort of stuff. So, 7.2 set permissions so scripts work. This won't work if we don't give it executable permissions. I mean, some of this I could probably figure out. Like, this is all very much, like, none of this is new to me. We've definitely, okay, it's backing it up now. Now we make a cron job. 7.3, tell computer to run script every week at 1 a.m. on Sunday. So cron is the schedule. You can tell cron to run a command, a script, etc. once a week, once a month, twice a day, every 10 minutes. We're going to set this to back up 1 a.m. every Sunday. So open roots cron tab. All right, but it's backing up my virtual machines right now. So we'll have to wait for it to stop to do that. Yeah, all of this was familiar to me. When I was in school, we had like virtual machine sorts of classes. We had classes where you set up file shares, databases, all of that. We had so like, and then of course I'm a network engineer, so all the networking stuff is familiar. So yeah, nothing in the guide is particularly new, but if it weren't for the guide, I wouldn't just do this on my own. All right, so we got to give it some time to back up my virtual machines. So I'll let it do that off camera, and I'll be back when it's done. All right, welcome back. So this is now complete. So let's move on to the next step. So the next step is going to be configuring the cron job. We're going to do it in in the way that any real production environment would scream at. We're going to completely take our services offline every night at 1 a.m. Okay, so this will run at 1 a.m. every Sunday. Okay, so it's only going to happen on Sundays. Not a big deal. It's going to happen once a week at 1 a.m. on Sunday. It's going to log output. It's going to include both standard output and errors, no standard input. the virtual machine will be down while the transfer occurs. So if anyone is calling Rossman Repair Group at 1 a.m. on a Sunday morning, they deserve to get a busy signal. Actually, they deserve Allison Smith telling them to get the F out of here, but a busy signal will suffice. I've never heard of. So I guess the American actress and singer. Oh, I think that is who he's talking about because it's a hard knock life. Yeah. Okay, that's funny. All right, so let's see here. Okay, so now so we've got it active and running. So that is good. Okay, now we've got our cron job, yep, showing up there. So the next step is restoring a virtual machine from backup. So you messed up and deleted everything inside your virtual machine. You want to go back where you were before. Remember, a backup plan is only as good as how easy it is to restore from a backup. Basic restore. By basic restore, you want what to do when you messed up a configuration program or deleted files inside a virtual machine or corrupted something accidentally. You want to go back to the image of the virtual machine you had before on the same Happy Cloud host computer. Before you start, I'm assuming the following is true. Your virtual machine is already identified in Virtual Machine Manager. You see it when you run Virtual Machine Manager GUI. Your backups are in /media pool /VM backups. The backups were created using the QEMU and IMG script backup I provided above. You just need to restore the virtual machine's disk because you messed up some files or programs. So find your backup. So list the available backups for your virtual machine. Um, so you'll see files named like this. So we have a number of virtual machines. Let's go to the pfSense firewall, and I'll log. Okay, I'm already logged in, and we'll go to diagnostics ARP table, and we should see. Yeah, so I've got my mail server, I've got my Home Assistant, and I've got Android stuff. These are all virtual machines. So like, this will be a good one if you accidentally delete all your devices, all your pictures. And you're like, oh no, I didn't want to delete all those pictures. So let's use that one as the example. So it's going to be the Android stuff, virtual machine. Huh. Uh, okay. Well, okay. I see. So yeah. So I'm surprised that the star didn't work. Oh, it has to be dot star. Uh, well, anyways, we have the name of the machine. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, here's all the machines to back up. Yeah, yeah. So these are the disk image files that you have all of the data /program /databases /operating system. Each backup will have an XML file to go with it. These are the files that tell Virtual Machine Manager all the details of your virtual machine. Pick the most recent backup before you screwed something up. So let's see here. So here's the date. So yeah, we have backups from today. So if you have a backup from yesterday when everything was fine, you can restore to the backup from yesterday, and it'll back it up once a week. So you're not going to have a backup until I won't have a backup until Sunday morning. Okay. Yeah, you're gonna have a backup every week, so it's not gonna back up very often, but it's better than nothing. All right, so fast restore. Turn off the virtual machine. Um, wait until it's actually off. We don't have to do this because I don't even have a backup yet. We could try next week. I don't know. Okay, what took the status with that? I don't know. I'm kind of. Let's just do it. So we're gonna do virsh shutdown. The name of my virtual machine is Android stuff. Okay, domain Android stuff is being shut down. So we're going to do virsh list dash dash all to make sure that it is off. So it looks like it is not. It's in state running. Oops, I issued that command again by accident. There we go. Now it's in shut off. So back up the current disk just in case. So move the current messed up broken disk with the date. Uh, okay. So we take so the broken disk. It would be so we take the Android stuff machine. Okay, and then we save it to Android stuff dot broken, and then the date that it was broken. So we're going to say yeah, and it automatically fills it in for today. No such file or directory. Oh, why does it not have it there? Oh, I see. Because Android stuff is this one. Yeah, I think the naming wasn't so hot. So let's do the opposite of the shutdown command. Let's try to bring this back up. So how do I bring Android stuff back online? How do I bring the Android stuff machine back up? All right. So God damn it. This is annoying. Oh, it's VSH start. Okay, now it's running. So you can kind of see how that works, right? It's like you take the image, um, and then you save the image. You rename the image to it being a broken image, uh, and then you swap out the image for a backup image, and then you start it up from the backup image. So we don't have to do all of this yet. So complicated restore. Let's say you destroyed more. You messed up the virtual machine's configuration in vir sh. You edited the YAML XML file for the virtual machine or messed with its settings in the virtual machine manager GUI, and now nothing works. So for a complete restore of both disk and configuration, remove the current virtual machine. Definitely not going to do that. Restore the disk. Definitely not going to do that. Restore the virtual machine. Start the VM. So not going to do that. Hopefully I'll never have to do that. So common screw-ups: fail to convert image, make sure you have enough disk space, check that the backup file isn't corrupted, fail to start VM, usually permissions. Everyone is excited to realize they have a backup file whilst copying it back. In the excitement of realizing you actually have a backup, nobody remembers to set permissions on the backup file. Check that the XML file matches the system config. Use Virtual Machine Manager for this to see if anything sticks out in the GUI as a stupid mistake. Verify all paths exist. Could not access storage file. Check paths in both. Slash images. Oh, yeah, so that's what I got, I think. Virtual machine, XML config, make sure permissions are all right. I think, is that what I got? I don't remember. So verifying success after a restoration. Verify: one, the VM boots properly; two, network connectivity works; three, all services start correctly; four, data and configurations are as expected; five, check logs for any errors. If something isn't right, you can always try an older backup. They're kept for 56 days. So we should be able to uh, access the Android backup folder because I was under the Android stuff. So it looks like it is actually going a bit slower. So that's kind of a bit of a worry there. But yeah, we were able to access it, so should be able to go to DCIM, and I should be able to pull up a picture on there. I don't know why this goes so slow. It's really frustrating. Okay, I'll pull up this picture again of a nature walk. Yeah, so this is a special plant that improves brain health. Oh, see, where's the other thing is like it's not, it doesn't have my files. Like I took a video recently that it doesn't have. Like it just has kind of like random files. It doesn't have all my files. Oh, sort by last modified date. Um, let's sort by creation date. Oh, and these are the oldest. Okay, so this should be that photo we just saw. Yeah, yeah. It like doesn't have all my like this. There should be newer stuff. I don't know if it just didn't sync it, but like it's like saving it to weird parts. Like if I just open the, yeah, it's missing a video for some reason. How do I? Oh, do I have to hit that? Is I think I have to manually hit the sync button. Recommend you install. Would you like to open this App Store page? No. Uh, Synchronize now. I click that. Why is it not taking the latest video? Oh, it's send only. Files are protected from changes made on other devices, but changes made on this device will be sent to the rest of the cluster. Um, is that why? But I mean, send is good. Like I want it to send. I just don't want it to receive. I'm so confused. Yeah, it doesn't have. It's not backing up my videos. It's just not doing it. All right, well, I'll change that back to send only because that didn't save the problem. Let me try this. Let me just try taking a picture of myself. All right. Oh, sync thing is sleeping. That's it right there. Why is it sleeping? Oh, because I have battery saver mode on, probably. Yeah, okay, I got it. Yeah, because I had battery saver mode on. Okay, yeah, so now if I refresh it, it should have a video and then it should have a picture of me. I'll show the picture of me, but not the video. Uh, doesn't have the picture of me. And it says it's up to date. Yeah, it doesn't have the picture of me still. And it says it's up to date. It should have 735. There's no 735. There's one 735, but it's not. There should be one from today. That's a 735. I am so confused. Why is it not, well, let me see where that photo I took of myself is. So I'm going to go to, so where does it exist? It exists in emulated a 0 DCM camera, which is here, but it's not refreshing, or it's not syncing. What the hell? Huh. Yeah, it's just not syncing. If I select all these files, oh, it doesn't tell me how many were selected. But I should have 6,000 files on here, and it says all 6,000 are on there, but yet I don't see one. Huh. Yeah, I'm missing files. I'm missing files. It's not showing the files that I took. But even though it says it's up to date. Oh, it says disconnected. It says disconnected. It says there's 32 gigabytes pending. It says it hasn't seen my Ubuntu server since since the 10th. Well, that's weird. Why is it disconnected? Introducer was in. Well, that's obviously the problem. Uh, it's disconnected. Auto accept. Right, I think I found the problem. Oh, I think maybe this is why. Uh, huh. It's so weird that it's in green when the server is down. Huh. Well, that's a problem. It's not able to connect to my phone. So like it connected to the phone once, and it updated everything. It connected on April 10th, but since then it hasn't been able to connect. So it doesn't get any new stuff. So yeah, we got to figure that out. That's a big deal. Um, okay, so that might be for another file. We made a lot of another video. Yeah, I think I'm going to bring this video to an end. We did a lot of great things in this video. So we actually set up real backups of the virtual machines that we can restore. Um, the biggest win for me was we set up a Samba share, so now I can save things to an extra 4 terabytes. We had an extra 4 terabytes on my of storage for absolute free. I didn't have to pay anything to get 4 terabytes of storage added to my network. So yeah, a lot of good things were done in this video, but in the next video we're gonna go to uh, access the Samba share from any device, and then we're going to go troubleshoot why this can't connect. So thanks for watching and see you in the next one.